Gals, welcome back to YSL's Beauty with me, Alicia. I am so excited for today's video because I was finally able to get my hands on the Too Faced Natural Face Palette and the Too Faced Natural Eye Palette as well. These are two products that I've been dying to try out. I see them all over Instagram and YouTube, and everyone loves these palettes. Actually, I've been really secretly hoping that they'll show up in one of my beauty box subscriptions, but they haven't come up yet. And I know Ulta is doing their 21 days sale, so every day for 21 days in the month of September, they do a different sale on different products, usually 50% off. And so I ended up just diving in and purchasing these. Not only did I receive those products, but I also received a free 3-piece gift. Now this came with the Too Faced Hangover Primer. It came with the Better Than Sex Mascara, which I've also heard is amazing. And it came with the, I believe it's the Chocolate Soleil bronzer. So I already have the Chocolate Gold Soleil, which is one of my favorite all over bronzers. So I'm really excited to get the matte version as well, which will be really good for contouring. I think the Face and the Natural Eyes palette are absolutely beautiful. I'll go ahead and open them up for you so you can take a look as well. I mean, this palette is absolutely gorgeous. You have the shimmers, you have the matte, but you also have highlights, blushes, and bronzer. So it really gives you a full face look. And then for the Natural Eye palette, I decided to get the one that has the range of mattes and shimmers. They have a natural matte palette as well, but that's all matte shades. I really do enjoy a good sparkle on my eyes. I think it just helps kind of make your eyes more awake and bright, and so that's why I went ahead and got these packages. The brand overall I think is so fabulous, so I have really high expectations for these products. So for today's video, I'm gonna go ahead and try both of these products on. I gathered as much Too Faced makeup products as well that I own so that I can try and do a full face of Too Faced for you today. Some products I don't have in that brand, but overall I'm really excited to get ready with you, chit chat, kind of update you on what's going on in my life. As always, if you enjoy my videos, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, click the subscribe button below and the bell to be notified of all my future uploads. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. Because I got the free 3-piece set that had the primer in it, I figured we would just go ahead and get started with applying this primer. Now this is the Hangover RX primer. A lot of people love this primer. I'm not a huge fan of it, unfortunately. This is probably one of my least favorite Too Faced products that I own. I just don't think it does that great of a job. It could be a little bit more moisturizing. It could be a little bit more long lasting. I know others swear by this product, so it's just my opinion. Always try it out, try it for yourself. But since it did come with the makeup products today, I figured I would just go ahead and try it on. So I'm just gonna go in with my favorite foundation. This is from Becca, the Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and this is in the shade Vanilla. So I like to just go ahead and pump this out and dot it on my face. And then I will use my Real Techniques blender sponge and go ahead and just tap this out. Now, I know it's been a while since I have done a get ready to chat with you, so I mean, let me just kind of update you on what's going on in my life. For those who don't know, my husband is disabled. He has a very rare pain condition called complex regional pain syndrome. Kind of at the end of summer, we were just doing a lot of doctor's appointments. That's usually when I have time to take him to get like checked out for the year, just because I work in a school setting. So I feel like the last couple weeks, maybe even like a month and a half, 2 months, we've just been really busy with doctor's appointments. Nothing's really changed for him, which is, I guess, a good thing. I mean, at least he's not getting worse at this point. but pretty much his pain condition is spread all over, so it is just unfortunate for him. You know, I have my foundation all blended out, and for concealer, I'm gonna go in with my all-time favorite. This is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Snow. As you guys know, this is by far one of my favorite concealers that I own. I'm just gonna go ahead and put this underneath my eyes, up my nose, up my forehead, down my cupid's bow and chin. And this is really just gonna help brighten and lighten my eyes and my face, as well as hiding my dark circles as well. Something else that, you know, I've been doing on the weekends is really trying to spend time with my family and friends as much as I can. This past weekend was Labor Day weekend, and I spent a good amount of time with my parents. And we, my dad's actually probably a bigger Disney fan than I am, and so we were able to stream Mulan, and I absolutely loved it. And I definitely recommend you guys check it out. Right now, it's on Disney Plus. You can pay $30. And you can get early access to watch Mulan. Now, I have to say it is slightly different from the original animated movie. I'm just gonna go in with my Ciate London. This is the Everyday Vacay Coconut Setting Spray, and I'm just gonna go ahead and set my under eyes. So yeah, what I was saying is it slightly differs from the animated original. However, I love the videography of it. The scenes are amazing. It really had like that action adventure type feel to the movie. The cinematography was absolutely beautiful. I thought the landscapes was just beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and just set my whole face with that same powder. And I saw that they actually did a lot of the filming in New Zealand, which for those who don't know, I studied abroad in New Zealand during undergraduate at the University of Auckland. So New Zealand has a very special place in my heart, and the scenes were just absolutely stunning. So, I mean, just for that alone, totally worth the movie. Okay, so now that I've done my overall base of my face, I'm gonna go ahead and jump into my eyebrows. Now, for my eyebrows, I don't have a Too Faced product. I'm gonna go in with Scone. This is their brow wand. They have a spoolie on one end, which I'm just going to use. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just use the mirror in one of my palettes. It's a beautiful full-size mirror. So I'm gonna go ahead and just brush out my eyebrows. Maybe my hair is kind of just in my face today, pull that back. And then on the other end, there is like a kohl pencil, and so I'm gonna use this just to sculpt out my eyebrows. So yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that movie. For those who don't want to pay the $30 though, they are going to be showing it to all Disney Plus subscribers starting December 4th. So it's a great holiday movie, and I think they did very well on it. Something else I learned was that the main actors most have like a martial arts background, and they ended up doing a lot of their own stunts. So I thought that was really impressive as well. Really goes to show that if you put your mind to something, you can really accomplish anything that you want. So now that I have my eyebrows done, I'm going to go into the eye palette. I'm going to go ahead and start with a fluffy brush, and this is going to be used for my creases. And I'm going to go ahead and start with just this shade down here, it's called Strip Poker. It's a very nice light matte base, and this will be great just to start that overall crease, just to add some color back into my face. One of the other reasons I love this palette, oh my gosh, that shadow is just beautiful. It's going on very easily. It's a very buttery, smooth texture. There's like no fallout. It's absolutely beautiful. So I was saying one of the things that I like about this palette is because it is more of a natural shade range. So really these are shadows that you could use any day. You can dress yourself up and smoke out your eye with some of the darker shades in here. But really it's going to be a great palette to use for every day. So I'm going to go ahead, just do a little bit more and darken this up, just to create that depth to make my eyes appear to be more open and pushed back. Next I'm going to go in with Cashmere Bunny, and I'm just going to do a little bit of this shade just to deepen that crease a little bit more. I'm going to stay more into the natural crease, whereas with the other shadow I did go a little bit above and below my crease line. Go ahead and put this in. Oh, I love the smell of this palette. I wish, you know, smell-o-vision really existed. It is just smells so warm and cuddly and inviting. Next I'm going to go in with more of this is more of a flat domed shaped brush, and this is really for an all over shade, but I'm first going to start with one side, and I'm going to do a little bit of, I'm wondering if I want to go with one of the sparklies. I don't typically do this. Let's go in with Chocolate Martini. This has a little bit of sparkle in it, and I'm going to do it for the outside 1/3 of my eye. Normally I would go in with a matte shade. Ooh, okay, a little goes a long way. So I'm just going to kind of leave that there and come over to this side and tap that on. Then I'm going to go back in with my fluffy brush, and I'm just really going to kind of blend this up and over and then out to my outside V. Yeah, did not mean to put that much on, but it's actually blending out very easily. Let's go to this side. That I have that blended out, I feel a little bit better. I'm going to go back in with my shade brush, and I think for all over, I'm like really having a hard time deciding. I think for all over my lid, I'm going to do this push-up shade, which is right here, and then, but in the center of my lid, I'm going to go in with Silk Teddy, and this is really just going to create that halo look that's going to illuminate the center of my eye. So first I'm going to go in with Push Up, and I'm going to kind of frame my eye, leaving a gap in the middle, and I'm going to want to bring and pull this out to the outside third so that it blends together as well. Go back in. So definitely on these darker pigments, they're showing up very nicely. They're very pigmented, so really just like a tap in the case is all you really need. Then I'm going to flip my brush over, and I'm going to go back in to Silk Teddy and really illuminate the center of my eye. Yeah, it definitely has more of that metallic look. I'm actually going to go in with my finger and just see if I can get it to show up just a little bit darker. I mean, more vibrant with my finger. Yes, that definitely did the trick. I'm going to go back in with the other side. Next, I'm going to take my detail brush. This is a very tiny brush. I'm going to go in with Heaven, which is this more white shade. And I'm going to just tap this into the inner corner of my eye and then beneath my brow as well. And again, this is just going to help make your eyes look bright and awake. And kind of just gives it that iridescent glow on the inside of the eyes. And then I'm going to take it and then go under the brow bone. So I'd love to hear what you guys have been up to as well. I know I've been doing so many just like makeup beauty box subscriptions. I'd love to hear what's going on in your guys' life. For me, I work in a school and school has started, but kids are doing distance learning. And but we're really close to opening up schools. I would say within the next 2 weeks, we should be expecting kids to come back into the school setting. So I'm so excited for that. I am a little nervous because, like I said, my husband is more at risk for coronavirus, but I think it'll be really good for everyone just to see kids in person. I've been having a few kids come in for some services into the school setting, and when I see them, I just want to scoop them up and hug them. But then I'm like, no, can't touch them. So that's been a little bit of a challenge. For my eyeliner today, I'm going to go in with Araceli. This is their Ojos Perfectos liquid eyeliner in the shade Coffee. And because I'm doing more of a natural look today, I wanted to go in with brown. Brown for me is definitely more of a natural shade than black. And so I'm going to go ahead and do this color to do the upper part of my eyelid. And one of the things that I first said to some of my coworkers was like, oh, you do exist. Like, seeing you in 3D in person has been so nice because we've been doing Zoom calls even since the spring, and so it's been really nice to actually connect with live humans. Oh. We'll let that go. And then something different for me today is I've seen other YouTubers do it, mainly Kelly Strack. I'm going to shout out to you. I definitely love you. You're my inspiration. She does a white gel liner in her waterline, and it really helps make her eyes look bright and awake. This is from NYX. It's the Epic Wear Liner Stick, and this is in the shade basically white. I don't know if it has like Pure White. There we go. It's in the shade Pure White, and I am going to go ahead and just use this to line my waterline, and we're going to see if it really helps give me that bright and awake appearance to my eyes. Oh yeah. So Kelly Strack, I know, loves ColourPop, but my Ulta doesn't really have that big of a ColourPop selection. So I got this at Ulta. I haven't seen it at like Target or anywhere else, but this is very pigmented. Ooh, yeah, it definitely is giving me that bright and awake look. I'm going to go ahead and put my mascara on. I think once I do the mascara, that's really going to help open the eyes and really define them. Right now, my bottom lashes, even though they're black, are like non-existent. So I'm going to go in, of course, with the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. Again, I've heard this is a cult favorite for the people who love this brand. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this on my lashes. It's definitely a thicker consistency. It doesn't feel like it's going to leave my eyelashes wet and transfer, so I definitely appreciate that. The wand, because it is a travel size, it's kind of like, I feel like I'm very up close and personal with my eyelashes, which makes me feel like I'm gonna get it on my hands. But I'm sure if you had like if I had the full size mascara, it wouldn't be a problem. Definitely like it so far on my top eyelashes. It's really helped to define each lash and lengthen and create volume. So I definitely do appreciate that. Those are all the virtues I do like in a mascara. So overall, so far, I think this is a really good product. Now I'm going to do my lower lashes. Yeah, it's definitely helping define each of my lower lashes. They're standing out more, they're lengthened. I'm going to jump into this to the natural face palette, and we're going to go ahead and do the rest of my face to add some color back into my skin. I feel like I'm very whitewashed right now. Ooh, so excited to try this out. I'm trying to figure out, let me swatch. So this is Sun Honey, and this is Tropic Like It's Hot. I'm not really sure which shade I want to go in. I'm thinking the Tropic Like It's Hot has a little bit more of a luminosity glow to it, so I think I'm going to go in and use that for my all over bronzer, and then we'll use the Sun Honey, which is appearing a little bit more on the matte side, and we'll use that to contour. So for all over, I'm going to just use a big complexion brush. I'm going to lightly, because we can always go in with more, but we can't take it off. So I'm going to lightly go in with Tropic Like It's Hot, just a few dabs. And then I'm going to go and just brush this on my face, at the temples, down my cheekbone. You're really making that 3 to add some definition. And to add some color back into the face. And then I also like to just start at the crown of my head and fan it out down my face and a little down my nose too, just to create a little bit more warmth in the center of my face. Then I'm going to take more of an angled brush, and then I'm going to go in with the Sunny Honey, again very little, and then start at the top of my ear and flick out, and this will really just help carve out my cheekbones. Then for the blush, so I'm going to go in with the Pink Sand. I'm going to lightly, again, just tap it in here, tap off the excess, and then paint this on the apples of my cheek, and then bring it up. And again, this just really helps to add color back into your face so we're not whitewashed. Next, we're gonna go in to the highlights. We all know this is my favorite part. So this Starlight, and then this is Satin Sheets. Ooh, stunning. This one feels like it's, I don't know, like more of a pink tone, and this one's more of a gold tone. Let's go in with the Starlight, the one that has more of a pinky tone. Just gonna brush this in and then paint it down my like cheekbone ridge. And then I also like to go above my eyebrow, kind of do it in like a C. Yeah, that's beautiful. Super natural, and I think that's why I went with this one, just because it is more of a pink tone. It matches my skin color just a little bit better, and it's really that natural look, whereas the Satin Sheets is beautiful and stunning. It's going to give you more of that blinding look, at least for my skin tone, which is fine. I just feel like for today's look, that's not necessarily what I am going for today. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Last but not least, I have the Too Faced Melted Metallic Liquefied Metallic Matte Lipstick. That is a mouthful. This is in the shade Our Lips Are Sealed. It's super beautiful. It's like a pink color, but you'll see when I put it on, it definitely has more of that like liquid metallic look, which is what it's called. So I'm glad it definitely has I think it's named appropriately. And I'm just gonna go ahead and put this on. As you can see, so it does go on very glossy and shiny, but in about a minute or so it will definitely dry down and then you'll see that more matte look. So I'm gonna go ahead and just kind of take out my hair. We're gonna wait probably about a minute or so and then I'll come back and check in with you to show you what the overall lips look like once they're dried down. Okay, so I'm back. It's been about 2 minutes. It did take a little bit longer than I expected, probably just because I did put on kind of a heavy coat today, just so it lasts a little bit longer. But overall, I love my makeup look today. I think both of these palettes are absolutely stunning. I love the face palette. The eyes are just absolutely very natural and shiny and beautiful, and it's really giving me that like natural look. Like I said, you could really go out for a day and then smoke it out with more of the darker colors. So I think both of these palettes have really good versatility within them, and I'm really excited that I finally went out and I purchased them and I got to try them out with you guys today. I loved the Better Than Sex mascara. I think everyone who was saying that it's their holy grail, I definitely agree with you guys as well. I think this is definitely going to be added on to my list of favorite products. And then overall, I'm just so excited with my look, and I'm so excited that I actually got the time to sit down and chat with you guys a little bit more, let you know kind of what's been going on in my life. And like I said, I'd love to hear from you guys about what's going on in your lives, anything you guys have been up to, anything fun, or anything you just want to share. Make sure to leave a comment down below. And until next time, stay wise.